Hi, I'm Dr. Nidhi Khare. In the series A of Process of Innovation, I talked about the forms and the targets of innovation. Now, in today's lecture, I'm going to talk about the conditions and the stages involved in the process of innovation. So, coming to the conditions for innovation to occur. Students, creativity is necessary for innovation to occur, but it is not sufficient. What other factors then are required for innovation to occur? The answer lies in the same basic components that are essential for creativity to occur, though in different ways. And these are motivation, resources, and skills. Motivation to innovate, resources to innovate, and skills to manage innovation. The skills needed are goals, reward systems, and time pressure. So, talking about motivation to innovate. Just as individual creativity requires that people are motivated to do what it takes to be creative, organizational innovation requires that organizations have the kind of cultures that encourage innovation. When top executives fail to promote a vision of innovation and accept the status quo, change is unlikely. However, at companies such as Microsoft, where leaders including co-founder Bill Gates, innovation as being part of the natural order of things, it is not surprising that innovative efforts are constantly underway. Resources to innovate. Again, a parallel to individual creativity is in order. Just as people must have certain basic skills to be creative, so too must organizations possess certain basic resources that make innovation possible. For example, to be innovative at the very least, organizations must have what it takes in terms of human and financial resources. After all, unless the necessary skilled people and deep pockets are available to do what it takes to innovate, stagnation is likely to result. So then what are the skills necessary to manage innovation? Finally, just as individuals must hone special skills needed to be creative, so too organizations should develop special ways of managing people so as to encourage innovation. That is, skills in innovation management. Most notable in this regard is the matter of balance. Specifically, managers help promote innovation when they show balance with respect to three key matters, which are goals, reward systems, and time pressure. Organizational innovation is promoted when goals are linked carefully to the corporate mission. However, they should not be so specific as to tie the hands of those who put them into practice. Innovation is unlikely when such restrictions are imposed. Reward systems should recognize one's contributions generously and fairly, but they should not be so specific as to connect literally every move to a bonus or some type of monetary reward. To do so discourages people from taking the kinds of risks that make innovation possible. Innovation management requires carefully balancing the time pressures under which employees are placed. If pressures are too great, people may be unimaginative and offer routine solutions. And if pressure is too weak, employees may have no sense of time urgency and believe that the project is too unimportant to warrant any creative attention on their part. Now coming to the stages involved in the organizational process. Any CEO who snaps her or his fingers one day and expects her troops to be innovative on command surely will be in for disappointment. Because innovation does not happen all at once. Rather, Innovation occurs gradually through a series of stages. Specifically, scientists have identified 5 specific stages through which the process of organizational innovation progresses. Stage 1. Setting the agenda. The first stage of the process of innovation begins by setting the agenda for innovation. This involves creating a mission statement. A mission statement is a document describing an organization's overall direction and general goals. The component of innovation that is most involved here is motivation. After all, the highest ranking officials of the organization must be highly committed to innovation before they will initiate a push towards it. Stage 2. Setting the stage. Once an organization's mission has been established, it is prepared to set the stage for innovation. This may involve narrowing down certain broad goals into more specific tasks and gathering the resources to meet them. It also may involve assessing the environment, both outside and inside the organization, searching for anything that may either support or inhibit later efforts to break the rules by being creative. To set the stage for innovation most effectively requires using the skills necessary for innovation management as well as full use of the organization's human and financial resources. Stage 3. Producing the ideas. This stage of the process involves coming up with new ideas and testing them. It is in this third stage that individual and small group creativity enters the picture. As a result, all of the components of individual creativity mentioned earlier are involved. What's more, these may combine in important ways with various organizational factors. For example, an individual who has the skills and motivation to be highly creative might find his motivation waning as he attempts to introduce novel new ideas in an organization that is not committed to innovation and that fails to make the necessary resources available. By contrast, the highly innovative nature of an organization may bring out the more creative side of an individual who may not have been especially creative. Stage 4. Testing and implementing the ideas. This is the stage where implementation occurs. Now, after an initial group of individuals has developed an idea, other parts of the organization gets involved. For example, a prototype product may be developed and tested, and market research may be conducted. In short, input from the many functional areas of the organization is provided. Students, as you might imagine, resources in the task domain are important at this stage. After all, unless adequate amounts of money, personnel, material systems, and information are provided, the idea will be unlikely to survive. Right? Interestingly, even a good idea and resources are not enough to bring innovation to life. Skills in innovation management are critical because for good ideas to survive, it is necessary for them to be nourished and supported throughout the organization. Even the best ideas may be killed off if people in some parts of the organization are not supportive. When you see all the great ideas that didn't quite make it at first, you realize you may come to that you are in excellent company if your own ideas are rejected. Stage 5. Assessing the outcome. The final stage of the process involves assessing the new ideas that arises. What happens to that idea depends on the results of the assessment. 3 outcomes are possible. If the resulting idea, for example a certain product or service, has been a total success, it will be accepted and carried out in the future. This ends the process. Likewise, the process is over if the idea has been a complete failure. In this case, there is no good reason to continue. However, if the new idea shows promise and makes some progress towards the organization's objectives but still has problems, the process starts all over again at stage 2, that is, setting the stage. So, if your innovative idea is rejected, and if yes, then you are in good company. Some of the best, most innovative ideas were rejected at first because one or more powerful people failed to see their merit. So, students, when you look at these examples, you can imagine how bad these individuals must have felt about the one that got away. Product: Star Wars. Rejection story: turned down by 12 Hollywood studios before finally being accepted. Product: photocopying process. Rejected as a viable technology by IBM, GM and DuPont. Product: Velcro. Victor Kiam of Remington Razor fame turned down the patent for $25,000. Product: transistor radio. In the 1950s, Sony's founder Akio Morita was unsuccessful in marketing this idea. Product: the Beatles. Turned down by Decca Records in 1962 because it was believed that groups with guitars were on the way out. Another example is product: movies with soundtracks. In 1927, Harry Warner, president of Warner Brothers, said nobody wanted to hear actors talk. You have seen this is the path through which most innovations go as they travel along their path from a specific organizational need to a product or service that meets that need. And now probably you will find it easy to understand the positive financial impact of innovative practices after looking and after hearing and reading about these examples. Thank you.